Welcome! In this Pointless POS video, we're going to be reviewing an alternative style to order entry. So your screen might look similar to this or to this grocery order, but we have another layout, and that is the list view. This allows you to enter in items, looking them up manually by just typing in the name, part of the name, and the item will come up. Then you can add it on the order. It'll add on to the end of the list, and you can change the quantity here. It'll update the price. If you're doing this, for example, for a phone order, where you're taking an order over the phone and you just want to type in the names of the items, it's a great way to do it. Or if you're making a quote where you need to change some of these prices on the fly, it's a great way to do it. Another style, or another reason to do a transaction like this, is when you're doing a purchase order. There's a few ways to start a purchase order, and you can also change the transaction to a purchase order mid-transaction. If we press change type, then we can scroll down, find purchase order, and it'll update this current order to meet all the rules that we have for purchase orders. So it will also include the cost, and then it would include past purchase history on any of the items that we have selected here. So we'll see that in the past, last month, we purchased 20, and then we might see some other values in here as well. This gives us some running information on what vendors we might be buying from. And our vendors would be assigned when we put in a client to the order here. So this is a hybrid value here. When you're doing a regular sale, it would be a client. When you're doing a purchase order, it would be a vendor. And as you enter in items, you can update their cost. You can update their cost to give yourself an average cost of goods for this particular order. Then it will blend in with your total average cost of goods for the entire quantity that you have of that inventory. And you can close out the transaction from going to pay options and then close. And that will update. Wait a minute. And so the final steps to update this purchase order and add to your inventory. So while this is not an inventory video, we'll go ahead and show you a highlight of what you would do at the final stages of the purchase order. You go to Inventory Manifest, and once you've received the goods, they're in your store or your warehouse, you can then select to receive these items. If you're doing a purchase order in advance of actually receiving the items, you would have this in store for you. You pull it up, and then you receive these items into inventory. If you're doing a purchase order at the same time that you're receiving the items, you come into the screen and hit Receive All, and then that would update your inventory. But back to this screen, the only real difference there is just the layout, the ability to work with cost and price a little bit easier for some people, and the quantity. So if you have any questions, give us a call at 866-973-8099. Email us at support@pointlesspos.com, or leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.